Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the shop. I said I was done with this thing, but turns out some things are just easier to walk away from than others. This is my 2003 Chrysler PT Cruiser Turbo manual. It has a pretty bad issue where the dual mass flywheel has completely come apart and shakes the engine to pieces when it's running. I definitely did not want to pull the transmission on this thing for the fifth time, and the cost of a replacement flywheel, well, there are no replacement flywheels. The only thing you can get is a solid mass flywheel conversion, which is $600. So here's my $600 flywheel. It's actually not just a flywheel, it's a whole clutch kit. And you actually get it from Rock Auto, of all places. I didn't expect aftermarket parts to come from there, and it did actually come like this, broken out of its packaging. Is there anything else in the box? Centering tool, presumably. But this is the assembly itself. It's very nice. Look at that. The clutch disc has gearbox side labeled on it. This pressure plate looks real nice. And then that is a big ass chunk of steel. This is not a quick revving engine, is it? This thing's gonna rev like a tractor. But yeah, that's that. As far as installing it goes, I am giving up there. I am not installing this. I am paying for this to be installed. But you're still getting a video, because the person that I'm paying to install it is my buddy Tyler, who you've seen on the channel before, because he works at a shop, and they have a lift, and I'm pretty sure pulling this trans on a lift will take maybe an hour instead of the several hour awful struggle on my quick jacks. So, I'm going to call a tow truck, get this thing loaded up, send it off to him with my Insta360 in the glove box, and he's got the rest of the video. Take it away, I guess.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Not Jake and Not Jake's Garage. I blame every last one of you for what I'm about to get into. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the PT Cruiser and our slow descent into madness. This is the result. Fortunately, I have a lift, I have transmission jack, I have all of the tools at my disposal that I'm going to need to make this transmission in and out as painless as possible. You've seen us do the mounts. Also took the transmission out for the 9 millionth time to replace the centering support bushing that we thought was missing. Turns out it was just a non-OE part. Had a little bit of looseness, we replaced it. Still have the same vibration, still shakes the ever-loving dog crap out of this car. Only point of failure we have at the moment, and we've determined that's 99.9% the cause, is the dual mass flywheel. Dual mass flywheels have a lot of internal parts that can come loose, and when they do so in a very catastrophic fashion. New clutch, new pressure plate, all of that, and this is what it looks like. So this should just bolt right up as the old one did, right in place of it, and hopefully this fixes our vibration and we can do shenanigans in the Boomer Cruiser. So this is probably all going to be mostly time-lapse. I'll try and stop here and there, but I'm terrible about filming while I'm working. I get kind of focused on it and just drive headfirst into it. I think that'll do. Don't tell OSHA. Let that bad boy sit on the charger. drained from the transmission. Clutch assembly is unbolted from the flywheel. These kind of have a weird flex plate flywheel assembly. Bolts up like a torque converter and an automatic. I've got the tranny jack under it, engine supported, and we'll get this thing dropped. Hopefully without dying. So I genuinely hope y'all are happy with yourselves, because by telling Jake that it was okay to give up, I took that as a challenge. May have conned him into buying the flywheel. Unfortunately, that also meant I was going to be doing it. But I really want to see this thing run, and run right. So, here we are. Got the transmission out. As you can see, the dual mass flywheel assembly is still in it. I'm going to go ahead and yank that out. I'm going to swap it out for the single mass. And installation is the inverse of removal. Fingers crossed it runs great and doesn't shake. Oh yeah. I think she came apart. Right now would be the time to do the slave cylinder, but it's already been done. What's really cool about these Dodge and Chrysler and all those, their clutch lines are super neat. They're a little quick disconnect, so when you disconnect them, you don't lose any fluid, and you don't have to rebleed. So that's going to save me a few minutes. Wish I could get the screen to work. Realistically, we should just be able to slam this thing in, stick the tranny back on, bolt it up, and go. I'm going to clean out those holes a little bit. I noticed some grease in one of them. Had I started this at a reasonable time, very likely would be done by now. I decided to sleep in this morning. Didn't get started on it until about 3. It's 5:30 now, so not bad. Kind of been lollygagging. Not really going at a fast pace or rushing this job because I don't really have a reason to. And the reason I'm so willing to be doing this repair on the PT Cruiser for Jake, my Thunderbird is broken. My BMW is not complete yet. And my pickup, I haven't touched it. Got the carburetor actually sitting right there to rebuild. I don't have a daily driver right now. So, in the meantime, I've been driving the Blue ZHP. I know you guys have asked a couple times where it's been. I've had it. That thing is actually going to be getting the valve cover gasket redone because when it was put on before, there wasn't any sealant put on it, and it's leaking again. Also, the oil filter housing gasket and oil pan gasket are both leaking. Figured it's the least I can do to have use of a running vehicle that's honestly shockingly reliable. And yeah, I have a daily driver because of Jake, and that's the least I can do. Just work on his stuff. In the meantime, we're going to get this back in. So, got her all thrown in there. Rotates nicely. I can't really see it, but it's seated up against the throw out, and looks pretty good. I'm going to clean this up just a little bit, clean these off, and throw it back in. I know, I've said throw it back in probably 10 times now. Jake, just go ahead and edit that part out. I think I'm going to go ahead and chase these threads in the bell housing because they look a little garbaged up, and I have a tap and die kit handy, why not? I don't know what's going on here. If it's recording, if it's not. This is the 360 camera Jake's got. I know how to work on cars, I don't operate cameras. Oh yeah. I keep losing the handle on my tap. Trick for y'alls. Get your O-ring kit, find one that fits over it. Boom. Can't lose it no more. We got 11 minutes left on our storage, so we'll make this quick. Everything's in, bolted up, batteries hooked up, fluids checked, except for the oil. I'm going to check that real quick and give her a go. I think we'll call that a success. Let's go take it for a drive. Smells like old person in here.
Shocker. It looks like old person out here. Good morning, Tyler. Are you aware that only one of your exhaust pipes is actually functional? It do make good noises. Let's fix a boost leak.
Oh, yep. It's not even on the intercooler.
Oh, that'll happen. It occurs to me I've never really been able to show the underside of this very well before. Look at all this nonsense.
And massive oil leak.
And we'll ignore that. Where's it coming from?
Oil pan.
Oil pan? Yeah, it checks out. The world's best exhaust. I do like how we're not on a street, according to the nav.
Still shakes a little bit. Oh, there it is. This has entirely too much power for a PT Cruiser.
Wow, this is the first... I bought this a year ago. This is the first time it has functioned properly.
I love that just slow spool build up.
Yeah.
It just goes.
This thing is shockingly okay-ish. How trash is that shifter?
I wouldn't say trash. Like, it's just the shift pattern is just incredibly tight.
It's every Volkswagen Golf with a short shifter on it.
Something.
I think this does have boost by gear, because the boost levels are all ECU controlled in this.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, we're driving through a lake.
What? Sir? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
I don't think that's accurate. Hey, look, you can see the Top Golf over there.
Now it's Jake's turn.
Yay!
How much did you say you paid for this thing originally?
I think $1,200.
But it's always been broken.
Yeah.
Like, so you bought it, it had a little bit of a vibration, and it just got progressively worse?
It had...
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
When I got this, nothing worked.
Yeah.
It made no power because there were boost leaks. Also, the fuel pump was bad. Also, God, I don't even remember what else. There was so much wrong with this thing. You couldn't get it into any gears hardly.
Oh, because the bushings were toast?
The bushings were toast. It's never shifted this nice. The turn signal relay has...
I noticed that.
It's not like fast, but it's rapid.
Yeah.
And it makes all the right noises while doing it. Like, this Hyundai Elantra won't know what hit it.
And the 2 years worth of parked in the driveway filth are still on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be nice today. We should wash it.
It does need that. Yeah, we should. We should put the tag on it first. I registered this. Wow, it rides kind of nice.
It actually does. torque steer is something.
Yeah, you're kind of like, Well, there we have it. The PT Cruiser is back for better or worse. So, not sure where to go from here, but I guess we'll be seeing a few more videos. I am quite excited for Cars and Coffee, though, because no one's going to expect this. Thanks for watching.